Hey guys, welcome back to The Dozens. Now, don't get us wrong, we're sure you love your parents, but it can't just be us who watch our favorite TV shows and wish that some of these on-screen parents were our own. Today, we're looking at the top 12 couples you wish were your parents. But before we get started, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to The Dozens for more awesome content. We're kicking off our list with the most patient neighbors anyone could ask for, Carl and Harriet Winslow. Carl and Harriet were the mother of three, Eddie, Laura, and Judy. They helped raise their nephew Richie and had way too much time and patience for their super smart, super nerdy, super annoying, and let's not forget, destructive neighbor Steve Urkel. Family Matters ran for 9 seasons full of family laughs, dramas, tensions, and more. Harriet Winslow had various jobs throughout the show, but ultimately became VP of sales at a department store, while Carl worked his way to become captain of the Chicago Police Department. Harriet is widely loved for her great morale and quick-witted humor, while Carl is known for his man-of-the-house attitude and was very loving and well-meaning. This household is nothing short of colorful. Carl and Harriet provide a constantly dynamic environment for their kids and Steve to learn, make mistakes, and most importantly, be loved. Number 11, Curtis and Ella, House of Pain. Curtis and Ella are the definition of compassionate when they let their nephew and his family shack up with them after a fire devastates their home. Curtis is a fire chief and Ella is a church-going housewife who runs a tight ship. Together, they create a comfortable and structured environment for their extended family to experience all of life's ups and downs. Number 10, Bernie, Mac and Wanda, The Bernie Mac Show. On The Bernie Mac Show, Bernie and his wife Wanda take in his sister's 3 kids, Vanessa, Jordan, and Brianna, when she's no longer able to take care of them due to a drug addiction. Bernie did not play games with those kids, but he did know how to have fun when the time called for it. He was also surprisingly good at instilling lessons and comforting the kids when life threw them curveballs. His wife Wanda offers a sweet balance to Bernie's rough edges. Wanda works at a phone company while Bernie plays himself a comedian. This is a bittersweet entry as the beloved comedian died in 2008, but not without touching the hearts of kids and parents worldwide. Bernie Mac and Wanda are the hilarious parents of everyone's dreams, parents whose jokes are actually funny. Number 9, Florida and James, Good Times. Florida and James lived in the projects in Chicago in the 1970s, so it goes without saying that their family's life was less than privileged. Regardless, throughout the show, we see these parents impart life lessons through the many ongoings of living in the projects, and create a strong sense of family for their children, JJ, Thelma, and Michael. They worked tirelessly to support their family. All that hard work was just about to pay off when James was offered a job in Mississippi. Tragically, he died before his family could join him there. Shout out to their neighbor Rolona, who stepped up as a parental figure when James died and when Florida temporarily moved to Arizona to support her new husband, Carl. When Florida and James were together, they were powerful in teaching their kids that while they may be materially modest, they are rich in experience, love, and community. Number 8, Victor and Tanya, That's So Raven. Imagine being a handful like Raven and Corey Baxter, and then having parents that just roll with it. Cue Victor and Tanya Baxter. These two are the most gentle disciplinarians on this list. They kept their kids in check but still encouraged them to be their authentic selves. Victor was a chef and Tanya was an educator. Their unique combination of skills allowed them to impart some much needed guidance onto their kids in fun and exciting ways. Number 7, Rochelle and Julius, Everybody Hates Chris. In Chris Rock's autobiographical TV show, his parents, Rochelle and Julius, played by Tisha Arnold and Terry Crews, run a tight ship. Both parents work doubly hard to keep their 3 kids on the right track, especially weird and wacky 13-year-old Chris. Raised with caution and tough love, Chris continues to navigate the world on his own terms, but never push the envelope too far because his parents did not play. Julius with his 2 jobs and penny-pinching habits, and Rochelle, who fashionably ruled with an iron fist, do what they need to do to keep their kids safe, smart, and happy. While Chris may not always agree, we cannot deny that these two have all their kids' best interests at heart. Number 6, Michael and Jay, My Wife and Kids. Janet and Michael Kyle, played by the hilarious actors Tisha Campbell and Damon Wayans, found themselves expecting when they were just teenagers. They decided to tough it out and raise a strong, committed family. Not to say that they didn't have their hands full keeping their children out of trouble. Their life lessons are always hard-hitting and wise, but wrapped in comedy and tenderness. What better way to deliver morality than with a laugh? Jay and Michael are fun-loving and hardly take themselves seriously, but don't take them as pushovers. What they say goes. When it comes to raising their children, they are the definition of committed. Number 5, Ray and Lisa, Sister. Ray and Lisa are the cutest parents on this list. Ray Campbell was the owner of a limo company and the adopted father of Tamara Campbell. Lisa Landry was a designer who was the adopted mother of Tia Landry. Tia and Tamara are twins who met at a mall when they were in high school. Their parents eventually moved in together, allowing them to form a sisterhood. Can you imagine your parents doing that? Ray was the more uptight parent and Lisa was the more fun-loving. Together, they made for a balanced pair, offering awesome parental guidance for both girls. Although Ray and Lisa were just friends, their union created a comfortable environment for the twins to learn each other and themselves. Number 4, Claire and Cliff, The Cosby Show. Despite what's going on in the real world, we can't deny the awesomeness of the characters of Claire and Cliff Huxtable. These two were comical, patient, and made having a wholesome family look fun and easy. Cliff was a doctor that taught his kids lessons through lighthearted humor, and Claire was a lawyer who laid down the law and was not to be tried. Together, they raised 5 children, Sandra, Denise, Theo, Vanessa, and Rudy, with strong values, respect, joy, and strong ties to their roots. The Huxtables shined on our screens for 8 seasons. If you watch this show, it becomes clear why Denise and Sandra took forever to leave the nest. Number 3, Calvin and Tina, The Neighborhood. Shout out to the most popular parents on the block, Calvin and Tina Butler. Calvin and Tina grew up in their neighborhood and have strong ties there. Together, they own an auto body shop. They've raised 2 sons, Malcolm and Marty, with whom they have a fun and strong relationship with. Calvin, played by Cedric the Entertainer, is not only the man of the house, but he's the man of the neighborhood. Tina, played by Tashina Arnold, is the fun and chilled mother who everyone loves. With these 2 comedic giants at the helm, you know that this is one of the more fun households on TV. Number 2, Rainbow and Dre, Blackish. When it comes to on-screen parents who make us feel like the perfect family unit is achievable, it's Rainbow and Dre. They're hugely successful, with Dre as an advertising executive and Rainbow as an anesthesiologist. They have 4 kids who love them, and it's not hard to see why. They're both ambitious, attentive, and thoughtful, not only towards their children, but towards one another too. Whether they're talking big issues like gender and race, or just joking around with each other, Rainbow and Dre always have each other's best interests at heart, and they constantly push each other and their family to be better and more authentic. Who wouldn't want parents like these? And at the top of our list are the OGs of parenting, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv from The Fresh Prince. Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv were the definition of balance. They were able to offset tough love with humor, knew when to be sensitive versus brutally honest, and how to treat any child like their own. Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv inspired all the children in their home to try and do something meaningful with their lives, and set examples with their own choices. Phil was a civil rights activist, a lawyer, and eventually became a judge, while Viv had a PhD and was a professor. They had strong morals and could be ferocious when they teamed up. Phil and Viv ultimately showed us that the effects of a good marriage can ripple out far beyond the couple itself. Not only were they strong enough to raise 4 children and do it well, but they also had enough room in their hearts to help raise their nephew. This couple proves that family is family and patience and love always persevere. So there you have it, the top 12 TV couples you wish were your parents. Which couple was your favorite? And which would you rather pass on? Did we miss anyone? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that bell button to get notifications on our newest videos.